Hey guys!
Hello, friends.
Welcome to Off Script. It is our neighborhood news video podcast on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays where we talk about what's going on in your community, in your neighborhood.
Yeah, we do like a neighborhood check-in.
We do like a deep dive,
I love that for us.
but a casual deep dive, right? It's off script, literally.
That's right.
We're just talking.
That's right.
So I heard that you've been checking out some of the local theaters.
Man, I want to be so real about this. The Southwest Florida theater community, the arts community is blowing my mind right now.
They are amazing.
I'm telling you.
Amazing. Where'd you go?
Okay, so we went to the Naples Players, which, by the way, was renovated last year right off of Fifth Avenue, okay? It is, state-of-the-art beautiful inside.
Is this Sweeney Todd?
It is Sweeney Todd.
Just for those of you that don't know, Shari's dog's name is Sweeney Todd.
We might be slightly obsessed with Sweeney Todd.
Okay, I saw the barber's chair.
Yeah, so we actually went to see, we caught it the last day, closing day of Sweeney Todd at the Naples Players. It was there for a month, right?
Okay.
Literally, we're sitting there and we're like, okay, they had some, right before the show started, they had some actors kind of playing that they were in an asylum. And there were 5 of them. So we're like, oh, okay, it's a small production. It's cool. Girl, the curtain went up.
Oh, wow.
And revealed all of these people.
Look at that set. It's
okay,
beautiful.
The set is beautiful, but it was like watching a Broadway level production here in Southwest Florida.
That's awesome.
That is why I wanted to shout them out. From Sweeney Todd, the gentleman who played Sweeney Todd, he's local, he tells me, all the way down to the people in the pit and the people, make the production staff and everyone. Everything was so excellent at the Naples Players, and I just want to shout them out. The teens just did a production of Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
And that one actually wrapped up not too long ago as well. But I just wanted to showcase all the different shows that they are bringing to Southwest Florida at a very high level of excellence.
You know what I love about this is because there's so many different tiers. My niece just did a summer camp at Bell Theater in Cape Coral.
Yes.
And they did Beetlejuice, they did the Addams Family, and now they're doing Willy Wonka. But my socks were blown off.
That's what I'm talking about.
The Beetlejuice show, the kid who played Beetlejuice, and it's a summer camp, so they put it together in a week or two, and then you go and watch the show.
Yes.
The theater was very impressive. It's a local kid who started it up, and I was like, man, they did a really good job. So it's like they're growing into this stuff. So I love to see that for our local communities.
Yes. So shout out to Naples Players, Bell Theater.
Yeah,
as well,
Bell Theater.
And Fort Myers Theater as well. I see them doing a lot of summer camp.
Cultural Park Theater.
Oh,
You've got
man.
the
Alliance.
The Lab. I
Yeah.
mean, there's just literally so many across Southwest Florida. So there's a lot of talent here too.
Let's go growth in Southwest Florida. We love it.
I know. Speaking of talent, I have to shout out the South Fort Myers 12U All-Star Baseball team. They were invited to the 2025 Cal Ripken World Series, my friends.
Go 12U.
Yes, this is in Branson, Missouri. So this is the team right here.
Wow.
I may or may not know a few of these boys personally, but this is super exciting because South Fort Myers Baseball is one of the organizations in Fort Myers, and it's the first time a team is going to the World Series.
Huge. They're making history.
They're making history, and when you say World Series, right, they're playing teams from Oregon, Massachusetts, North Dakota, but they're also playing international teams. I know, isn't that cool? So teams from Taipei, the Philippines, Colombia, Australia, South Korea.
Wow.
No, it's
wow,
so
this
cool.
is huge.
It's so cool. So these boys are very talented, obviously put in a lot of hard work. As you can imagine, going to Branson, Missouri, the first week of school is going to be a little bit of an undertaking.
Of course.
So they're fundraising because not only do they have to get there, but they need hotels and all the stuff. So they have a GoFundMe. They have a Venmo. I'll make sure to share that on our website so you guys can see that. But shout out to the team. And they're killing it.
I feel like these are all my kids. I just feel so proud of them. That's huge. It's a big deal. They're our Southwest Florida kids. We love it.
We love it. We love it. We love it.
Also, we love Gulf Coast Humane Society.
I mean, I love all of the animal shelters, people doing things for animals.
Yes. And Gulf Coast Humane Society can use our help right now.
Okay.
Maybe you're like me and you have an extra crate laying around.
You
your
do?
house. I do. Sweeney Todd does not like plastic. He's kind of bougie, so he likes his plush, expensive bed instead of his carrier. And so we have 2 laying around that I am going to be donating to Gulf Coast Humane Society because they're saying they need crates and carriers right now. They actually said they're in dire need need of them.
Really?
Obviously, they use them to transport the cats and dogs from their location to like other agencies, or they use them to get the dogs and cats from other agencies to the Humane Society or to foster homes. And because they've had such an influx of these animals, they're looking for more support in this way. So they're like, listen, if you have a crate, if you have a carrier, please drop it off. We need your help with this.
We have so many of our community correspondents, they not only work in the neighborhoods where you live, they live there too.
Yeah.
So in Charlotte County, there was a different animal organization saying they're like, please, we need people to adopt these animals.
Yes.
They were busting at the seams,
Yes.
and people stepped up. But like there were, I think, 50 some odd adoptions, and they got 52 the next day. So if you're in the market for a pet, adopt, don't shop. And
Yeah.
that might be the way to go for you.
They also say too, like if maybe you're not ready to like adopt, but you want to foster, there are opportunities for that as well. Maybe you want to, feel it out first, like a first date.
I have thought about that, but see what I wonder about fostering, because I'm like, my daughter's begging us for a dog.
Little baby, yes.
Begging. We have a cat, so obviously I'd have to see how that goes. But I'm
Right.
like, I don't know, can we really handle a dog with our schedules and all that stuff? But if you foster, like, does someone really, like, do you end up keeping it because you fall in love?
Girl, they call it a foster fail because, and I do feel like both of us would fall into
I'd probably
that
fail.
category.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you fall in love with those little faces.
I know.
And especially if they get along with your cat and your babies, you're like, we're keeping it.
My husband's keeping it real, though. He's like, we just got out of the phase of having to, like, clean up
Little babies,
Poop
actual human babies.
from things that we love. Like, we don't need another thing to clean up poop from something that we love. So,
I'm still rooting for your daughter though to get a puppy.
okay.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about travel.
All right.
We'll see.
So this is a big deal for our friends who fly Allegiant.
Okay.
Because, previously, if you were flying out of Southwest Florida and you were flying Allegiant, you were flying out of
Punta Gorda. Yeah.
Allegiant says, you know what? We're popping up at RSW.
Mm-hmm.
Big deal for many people. And so Allegiant is expanding to RSW. They are going to have a nonstop flight from RSW to 3 cities. This starts in November.
Okay.
And the 3 cities, let me make sure I brought my glasses today. Allentown, Pennsylvania, Appleton, Wisconsin, and Des Moines, Iowa.
I love that.
So obviously, I think they're smart to make sure they're scheduled around the holiday season. But I feel like those flights will fill up quickly because obviously the demand is growing. So if you plan on flying those routes anytime soon, I just keep an eye on those changes coming up soon.
And use ChatGPT. I learned that lesson. Like, hi, find me the cheapest flight with the shortest duration
Yes,
from
ma'am.
blank to blank.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I mean? Like, and you can
Yes.
use that and
I am so
save
proud
yourself
of you.
some money on
Tech
your travel.
queen right here. Let's go.
I don't know about that. So we are obviously in rainy season here in Southwest Florida, but we're also in hurricane season. So rain, flooding, ponding, pooling, it's something not only are we watching, but, like we're used to.
Yes.
So folks in Northport, they are concerned, specifically people that live on Cuthbert Avenue in Northport. They're like,
Good Lord.
listen,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to drive through that?
Right. Right.
And I feel like no matter, we both grew up in Southwest Florida, no matter what community it is, whether it's Golden Gate, Lehigh, Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Northport, there is an area in every single city that it's like, oh, well, yeah, of course that flooded. It always floods.
Yep.
Well, this Cuthbert Avenue area is an issue. Cars are damaged. Drivers are cutting across people's lawns. Okay, you're not even supposed to drive into the water, let alone cut across people's lawns.
But they can't see because it's so flooded.
I know, but you probably just shouldn't even go through it. Like, turn around. But I guess if it's the only way out. But so they're blaming, the swales, the trash. They think the drainage areas are not being maintained well. But the city says the storm systems are, in fact, working the way they are supposed to. And they say it just takes time to drain. So if you lived in this area and they were like, oh, yeah, no, it's working. That's how it's supposed to work. You could probably imagine why these folks are like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
we need more here. So they are urging the city to take a deeper look and see if there's more they can do to prevent this flooding. And so this is something that we're going to be watching closely, like we always do. We have our community correspondents in certain areas. And I just think of I automatically think of the areas, having grown up in Cape Coral, that always flood. And we work, our station, if you didn't know, is in Cape Coral. And it's like, oh, yeah, I know the street that does that. But this seems a little excessive.
Yeah, absolutely. And also,
Look at that.
Yeah. You know what? Katie Walls, certified meteorologist Katie Walls, in this story was saying that they got an excessive amount of rain, like within their like monthly averages. So that's also part of the problem is they're seeing so much rain at one time that people are like, this is the result of that. And people, of course, are like, what the heck?
Yeah.
You know?
Hunter Walterman is our Northport community correspondent. So if you live in a different area of Northport and you're seeing something similar, he's the one you're going to want to reach out to because he lives and works in the Northport area every single day. He's following that and he can help you out too.
Amen, sister. I want to talk about this story that really caught my attention yesterday.
Okay.
You know that I keep a close eye on our digital platforms as well. And I saw this story from Katie LaGrone at our sister station in Tampa.
Yes. Love Katie LaGrone.
We do love Katie LaGrone. So this woman, her name is Mary Barnes. She has an aggressive form of breast cancer. And she had a double mastectomy and needed chemotherapy and radiation. So, of course, what do? You reach out to your insurance company. Her insurance company was United Healthcare, and United Healthcare basically denied her.
Doctor prescribed, by the way.
Doctor prescribed, denied her coverage for it. So then she filed an appeal, and the appeal was denied as well. Now, I want to stop there for a second because the reason why this story got my attention is because I feel like I talked to a lot of people in the community who have shared very similar stories about denials in a state of like absolute desperation. And some people are like, I've been, just like this woman said, I've been paying insurance for 20 years to United Healthcare, my premiums and what have you, and I'm being told I cannot receive the treatment that I need. So that is why our chief investigative reporter, Katie LaGrone, looked into this story. And Katie tells us that on the day that she reached out to United Healthcare, this woman received a letter of approval that it had the
Same day.
It was literally the same date that it was actually mailed out to her that she was actually approved for this treatment. And she was approved for chemotherapy.
She was still denied, though, from, I
Right.
read Katie's report, from the immunotherapy.
Right.
So, like, it's weird because United, initially, when they denied her, they're like, yeah, that's not medically necessary because it's not shown to improve life expectancy for people who are dealing with your type of breast cancer.
That's right.
But then turn around after Katie contacts them, they're like, oh, yeah, this is medically necessary.
Exactly.
This is something, you're right, we hear from people often. And Katie actually wants to hear from folks. She covers the entire state of Florida. We have, so Scripps News Group is our parent company. And so we have like journalists not only across Southwest Florida, but across the state of Florida, across the country, really. And she can, push for answers for you. So if this is something that you've experienced, we want to hear from you. Katie wants to hear from you because there are doctors even pushing on social media like, hey, the one doctor that Katie cited in her story was like, United, do better. Like, do better.
Yeah.
And this woman delayed her chemotherapy. So, like, now she's worried, okay, I put this off for several months. Did it spread? So I was just looking right before the podcast started, and I guess she just had her first treatment of chemo.
Oh, Wegman, I did not see that.
Yeah, she just
great.
had it.
That's
So
great.
good for her. But
Yeah.
I hope everything turns out well for her. And
too.
that's going to be so scary. Like, even if the odds are not like 100% this is going to help your specific type of cancer, even if there's a chance, if you're that human being that's dealing with it and you want to try it, I mean, I don't know. That's a real tough one.
And it is a talker. So, as Amy said, if this is a situation that's impacted you or your family, we want to hear your story. You can go to our website, fox4now.com, and click on state news, and you will find this particular story. That one, I'm going to be honest with you, Southwest Florida, that one really had me triggered.
Well, because cancer is something that touches so many of us, right? And it's not personal until it's personal.
That's right.
Until it's you or your family member. And, when you want someone to fight it and give it everything they got and keep that positive attitude, going through that for months,
Yeah.
that takes a toll,
Yeah.
So.
Are you my therapist? Because I couldn't articulate what it was that I was feeling, and then you just summarized that for me so well. Thank you for that.
I could be and I will be.
Thank you so
Actually,
much.
true story,
Yeah.
I think if I didn't work as a journalist, that I would have been a really good, not psychologist, what's the other one?
Therapist?
No, what's the psychologist prescribed medication? What's the other one?
Oh, we're all blanking.
Anyway,
here.
mental health counselor.
Professional.
Let's just say that.
This is me signing your diploma right now.
Huh? Oh, psychiatrist prescribes medicine. I'd be a good psychologist. There you go.
There we go.
Get me a couch, Shari.
Listen, girl, I got a lot to talk about, but the way you summarized my feelings, I was like, wait a second, that's how I feel.
All right. Well, one thing that I'm also working on, I'm going to put this on fox4now.com in the next couple of days, is back to school stuff.
Woo!
We have a lot of back to school coverage on the first day of school for Lee and Collier counties, which is August 11th. Our community correspondents are working hard right now in each of their communities where they work and live. And they are like covering all the things you need to know based on your neighborhood. What you're looking at here, this was at Franklin Park a couple years ago. This is the Gentleman's Welcome. They do this at multiple schools. They also do this at some of the middle schools. This year, they're doing it somewhere else. Where are they
James
doing it?
Stevens Elementary.
Yes. So if you've never been and you have time, the morning school starts, you should go. You line up, and as the students walk in, it is like high energy, high fives. You're going to do awesome. These kids look up to, the people in the community, and they see people of all walks of life, and they're like, you know what? This is going to be a good school year, and I'm
Yeah.
going to succeed in life.
Yeah. Look who it is. Even
let's-
Amy Wegman
Okay,
was
let's
there.
change that.
We've both been live like multiple times at this event just because it is so contagious. In fact, when they were talking about back to school coverage, I was like, can I please go to the Gentleman's Welcome? The energy is contagious, and think about it. A lot of kids are coming to school, they're a little nervous,
Yeah.
or mom and dad have been scrambling to make things happen. Everybody's on 10, and they walk down the aisle, and it's just so much like support and excitement. It starts everyone's day off on a good note, and they are looking. This video I was scrolling through. The Mayor Kevin Anderson in the city
yeah.
of Fort Myers was there. You have local business, local business owners, local leaders, all types of people who come out, parents who are just like, we want to take 10 minutes out of your day.
You can go for an hour, you can go for 10 minutes, whatever you have. It's special. And I love, this is one thing about our neighborhoods in Southwest Florida, like that they do this every year. And, it's different schools, different kids get to
Yes.
experience it.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. There are so many back to school giveaways this weekend. I was putting together a story. I do a Got Planned segment for you every Thursday or Friday for what's going on. It's like all back to school stuff, but they're parties, they're festivals,
Yes.
backpack giveaways. But they've got like the bounce houses and the face painting. And they're all over Southwest Florida.
Yep.
So we will make sure to have that on the website for you.
We
I wanted to tell you about the one in Charlotte County.
Yes,
Where is
yes, yes.
Woo! Here it is. Okay, so Sunshine Baptist Church in Charlotte County has a backpack with school supply giveaway, water slide, face paint, snow cones. This is from 10 to noon. You do have to register. They have a QR code, but Cape Christian has one. Backyard Social has one. Hold on. It's coming to me. There's one in Naples. I'll have all of it for you on our website, so check that out. If you don't, maybe you're not in the back to school zone. Maybe you just want to go get some brunch. There's stuff for you too.
Yeah, there's a singles brunch actually this weekend that I want to make sure that you guys know about because it caught my attention. It's at
Why?
the Sandbar. And
You're
just
like
for,
far from single.
I know, but just for my friends.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm just curious.
Okay.
So it's at Sandbar and Grill. It's this Sunday, 11:30 to 2 p.m. in Fort Myers. They say come by anytime, have a drink, and meet some people in your neighborhood and your community.
I love this because some people they don't want to go to the bar.
Right.
But brunch.
Right.
Brunch is I love brunch.
Brunch me, honey.
What's your are you about the breakfast stuff? I'm not.
I love. You mean what do I order?
Yeah, if you're brunching.
It's chicken and waffles. I just want to get
Really?
right to it.
Yeah.
But it's got to be. Don't give me the cheap chicken tender. I want the thing where it feels like your mama put her foot in there.
Yes.
In the batter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
What's
do
yours?
love some good fried chicken. I'm not a diehard breakfast person. Don't get me wrong, I'll eat it, but it's not my go-to. I'm more of all the other things. I just like a variety. If I could eat charcuterie boards every day,
Oh wow.
a bite of something
Yeah,
different in
yeah.
each bite, that would be my
You're
way.
kind of like a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
I'm a grazer.
I'm Who is my dog? Greaser is hilarious.
I am a grazer.
No judgment. I'm with that.
Compared me to her dog, but that's okay.
Also want to make sure you know that Art Walk is this Friday as well. And so I was looking at we have so many local artists who are really you can tell they're really locking in on promoting their brand and getting their music out there. So I've seen a few of you, shout out to Blue Note and some of the other artists I've seen who are listen, I'm going to be at Art Walk. And so that is always a great time. That is in downtown Fort Myers. That's Miyoshi's community,
Yes,
our
it
community
is.
correspondent, Miyoshi Price. And so take your family out there and you get to hang out with local artists, but also all the restaurants. And it's just beautiful downtown and it's free. So take
Yeah.
advantage of that if you're looking for something to do.
And it's nice because, like, after sunset, it's not so hot. You're close to the river, so the breeze is there. It's just a
Yes.
good time.
I wanted to also throw this event in for my friends in Charlotte County.
Please do.
Did you know that ABC Fine Wine and Spirits has a wine tasting?
I did not know this.
And this is not just for the people in Charlotte County. They have them at different locations throughout the country. But this one in Port Charlotte is the 31st today or tomorrow? Tomorrow. Thank you. So tomorrow they're having a wine tasting at your ABC in Port Charlotte, guys, for $15. Okay, you can try a selection of wine, spirits, and beers. It's like a whole event setup that they have for you.
So it's not just walking through the store and it's like, hey, try this one.
No.
Okay.
It is an experience.
Okay.
They do say they have limited space, so you want to reach out and contact them and let them know that you're planning on coming and purchase your ticket. But I put out a call for events because I know Amy does 4 things to do, and sometimes it's so hard for us to keep up with all the events that are going on. We don't see all of them on Facebook. So I put up a Facebook status like, hey guys, what's going on in your neighborhood? What's going on in your community? And we got a flood of events, including this one. So
I
wanted
love
to shout
that.
them out. Yeah.
I love that. Do you know one of my favorite classes that I took when I went to Florida State was wine tasting?
Ooh, that was a class?
That was a class. And my mom was like, what am I paying for? I was
know.
like, I got bright futures. But
You're not paying for nothing.
I know. However, I will say, I'm like, oh, that's going to be fun, right? Like, that's going to be an easy class. That was one of the most difficult classes I've ever taken. This was a guy, he had some certification that only 10 people in the world have.
Stop.
We would taste different wines and pair them with specific foods. It was just literally a sip and a different bite.
Yeah.
But the test at the end of the course, you had to take a sip and try to name not only the variety, the grape, what region of France or wherever it came from.
Yeah.
It was difficult.
Wow. Did that make you a wine connoisseur now? Like when you are chilling at the bar or at a restaurant or whatever, do you know the difference? Like, oh, this is a yeah.
No. I mean, I know my wines, but
Okay.
I'm not I just know the ones I like. I can taste the difference.
I got you.
I can't drink a Chardonnay. Blech. Too oaky.
What is your go-to?
If I'm drinking white, it's a Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
I do love Whitehaven.
Okay.
Very good. Get it at Costco.
Okay.
If I'm drinking a red, I'm a strong red girl. I like Malbec, but that's also where we honeymooned.
Good Malbec.
So in Argentina.
Oh, girl, let us know. Okay.
So good stuff.
I love it.
Good stuff.
Man, a whole other side of Amy Wegman we didn't know. My little wine connoisseur.
Favorite homework assignment from that class, and then we'll leave you on this, was pairing a wine with a Big Mac.
I thought you were going to say with cheese.
Big Mac.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
So what goes with a Big Mac?
Well, it depends on what you like.
Okay.
But I did a white, like a sweeter, appley, crispy white. So like a Pinot Grigio.
Okay. I
It
actually
was good.
I put those two together for sure.
Right?
Absolutely, sister.
Big Mac's good with anything, but
Big
anyway.
Mac, Big Mac.
I digress. All right, so thank you so much for joining us for our Neighborhood News Podcast Off Script. We hope you had fun with us today. Remember, you can always stream us at fox4now.com, on Facebook, on YouTube. And if you ever have something you want to let us know about or want us to chat about, make sure and hit us up. You can find us all over fox4now.com.